Hey guys, Jen here with Serenity Hill Farmstead. It has been a very long time since I have done a Homeschool Happenings video. It is not a Friday. It is definitely not the first Friday of the month. So we're just gonna make this random. Welcome to Homeschool Happenings. This year, it has been just so not what I ever really wanted or expected it to be. And I'm not, cause, you know, COVID. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just our lives. Because of where we live, it really took 6 months into things for it to really hit our area and for things to start being impacted before masks were a thing, before quarantine was a thing. My mom calls it Mayberry because we are so out there and away from like civilization. I mean, it's like an hour and a half to the closest big town. So it took a while to hit here. So we still had life semi-normal for a while. And then when things got, you know, like it was everywhere else in the world, it really still wasn't too big of a change for us because we homestead, we homeschool, everything is home. So my husband's job, he does 99% alone, and he's in a truck. He goes 2 jobs, does his jobs. There may be work crews and things there, but he works separately from them, so he's never even close to them. So that was not an issue, and really the only 2 things that we really went to consistently was our co-op, which was canceled, and church, which was canceled. So those are really the only 2 changes. We had a lot of opportunity then to make huge changes on our homestead. And that will be coming in another video in my homestead update, which will be quite the update. But there are a lot of things going on out there and a lot of things we added, and that kept us super busy. We have chickens, which, you know, you guys know, but building the infrastructure for that and clearing more ground, we cleared a lot. We, you know, built buildings. We've done so much out there, and that has been awesome for hands-on learning, what I'm lovingly referring to as homestead homeschooling. We've taught the kids, especially our teenage son, how to square a building, how to build. I mean, it was like wood shop extreme. Like, he really got to do a lot of things that he wouldn't be able to do if we were doing, you know, regular, you know, in-the-house school. So that was actually a really good blessing. However, that kind of knocked us off of any kind of schedule for the rest of the year, which is fine because, you know, now it's winter. We're on more of a routine now, which is good. We're finally back to occupational therapy for one of my kids. He's the only one that can actually do it right now. So, which is kind of sad that we can't do all of the therapies that the kids need to do, but that has been another kind of blessing with everything we've been able to do on the homestead. That's very therapeutic in itself, just being in nature and being connected as a family through that. That's been probably the best thing that we could have done. So this year we're doing kind of the normal stuff that we've been doing. We do teaching textbooks. That works well because I am not math proficient. So teaching textbooks works well, and we've continued with that. With Evie, we are still doing the good and the beautiful math, and we do a lot of game schooling. I'll do, you know, a handful of lessons with that, and then we'll do some games to kind of cement what she's learning and make sure she's got all of the skills that she should have. Wyatt is adjusted really well to his workload this year. Last year was his first year of high school. Well, it was rough. This year he's really doing well with his workloads. He's still not loving writing. It's just not what he loves. And he does have a little bit of direction of what he wants to do post high school, which is exciting. It's exciting to see some direction, but you know, he's 15. That could change 24 times before he graduates high school or moves on to junior year. Jackson and Caleb are doing fantastic. They're keeping their year ahead of where they should be for math pace. Their reading is growing fantastically. For anybody who's new, Jackson and Caleb are dyslexic. So reading has always been a struggle, and it's always been our thing that has really just been the least exciting part of our day. But we have progress, so much progress there, and Jackson finally has a book series that he is loving, that he will actually grab the book by choice and sit and read it. It is the Dog Man series. And they're just fun, kind of comic, you know, it's nothing educational. It's not like, you know, good, wholesome books, but they're funny to him, and he is reading them, and quite frankly, as long as there's nothing horribly sinful in them, I really don't care what he's reading. The boy is reading. The one major change that I have made this year that I am, come rain or shine or snow and ice, we are going to continue it, and that is Nature Study Mondays. That has been the best way to kick off our week. So this is what we're doing for nature journals. So we've got these books, and we are to, oh, I guess you want to know what these are. What are they called again? What is her name? Julia Rothman. The Nature Anatomy notebook, and I can put a link down in the show notes there in the description box if you guys want to check this out. I've got a link down there if you want to go ahead and buy these. They are pretty cheap. And then we will open to whatever section. These are seasonal books, exactly how I use my homeschool planner. And then, you know, when we did in the fall, I had them gather leaves. I'm destroying them now. And we talked about the different shapes, and then we did a little lesson on it. And we use the Nature Anatomy books along with these books, and that is Nature Study Monday. It is so simple. Right now, Wyatt is doing geology. Look, this was a nature study day that we didn't have a vehicle because my truck is forever in the shop. And we just did a bird study outside, and that was awesome. Anyway, right now we're doing geology because that's what Wyatt is on for his high school biology. I think he's doing minerals. So anyway, I've decided for the rest of the year to pretty much just pair the science with what he's doing, and because the master books, science does that beautifully. And then just tie in the nature stuff with it. It's awesome. So that has been a great way to start the week. And then that way we'll also just do some fun reading, like either some read aloud stuff or some independent reading. And we'll do some art. If we are busy for the rest of the week or on another day, then we'll do a math lesson. But it is a low-key, kind of hands-on, fun, exploring kind of learning day. And that's been a great way to transition from weekend craziness, busyness, projects, whatever, into school. And I think, you know, barring any unforeseen circumstances, I'm gonna keep going with that and just do that forever, because that's even been great for my high schooler. He's really enjoying it, and keeping him involved with what they're doing is like, that has been the hardest thing for me, I think, in having a teenager and having 3 littles, is finding a balance so that he does not feel left out, but they're still getting all the attention and the type of education that I want them to have, that he had. I want them to go do all the things and see all the things that my oldest did. And that's been really hard to find a balance without totally leaving my high schooler on his own, because I don't want to do that either. I know he's independent and he has a lot more independent stuff going on, and he should, but I still want him to be involved, and I still want him to do what is the constant #1 goal of our homeschooling, which is to develop a love of learning. And I don't think that stops just because you're in high school now. I think that opens a whole new world of possibilities and things that you could learn about. So why limit him just because he's in high school? So this has been an awesome, awesome, awesome way to keep him going. Obviously, you see only 3 journals. Wyatt does not have a journal. He does things in a different way. It just works well for us. So there's my January homeschool happenings. Make sure you catch the Homestead update video, because that is a huge update. We have a huge, huge change coming. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know it's slightly crazy, but we fully embrace crazy around here, so we're excited. I am slightly terrified, maybe a little more than slightly. I'm pretty terrified, but it's a good kind of terror. Yeah, I feeling led to do it. So we're gonna go for it. We're jumping in and not trying not to think too much about it, but we're gonna do it and it's gonna be exciting. So yeah, now that your interest is fully piqued, make sure that you watch out for that video. And if you are not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell, the little notification bell next to it, so you can get updated when that crazy homestead story, insanity, comes out. So I hope you guys are all doing well. You are staying safe. Everyone is staying healthy. And your homeschool year is going well, smoothly, exciting, whatever, as long as it's good and you're having fun. That's all that matters. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.